Welcome back to Monkey in a Money World, Mind and Money, Part 2. If you haven't watched Part 1 yet, I highly recommend checking it out because today, we're building on what we started there. In the last video, we talked about how our thoughts and beliefs about money are shaped by what we hear growing up, what we're told by parents, teachers, and society. But hearing is just one part of the story. There's something even more powerful at play, what we see. You've probably heard the phrase, monkey see, monkey do. Well, when it comes to money, that phrase applies in ways most of us don't even realize. Today, we're diving into how the behaviors we witness growing up shape our financial habits and decisions, sometimes for the better, but often in ways we don't even recognize. And here's the kicker. Unless we take the time to reflect, identify, and change these subconscious patterns, we might end up making the same financial mistakes over and over, without even knowing why. So, let's get into it. Have you ever caught yourself doing something and thought, wow, I sound just like my mom, or that was exactly what my dad used to do? That's modeling in action. As kids, we don't just listen, we watch. And the people we watch the most? Our caretakers. Whether they were our parents, grandparents, or guardians, they had a direct line to our subconscious minds. The way they handled money, or mishandled it, became the foundation of how we see finances today. The money blueprint. Take a moment and think about your childhood. Was money easy to come by, or was it always a struggle? Did your family talk about money openly, or was it a source of stress and secrecy? Did they save and invest, or was every paycheck gone before the next one arrived? Whether we realize it or not, those early observations set the blueprint for how we think about money as adults. An example. Let's say a kid grows up in a household where everyone eats dinner in front of the TV. Fast forward 20 years, and even though they now have their own place and family, guess what? They're still eating in front of the TV every night, without ever questioning why. It's just what they know. Now, apply that to money. If a child grows up seeing their parents panic every month over unpaid bills, they may internalize the belief that money is stressful and scarce. If a child sees their family spending recklessly without a care, they may grow up thinking, money is meant to be spent, not saved. The result? We inherit financial habits without even realizing it. And this is a big reason why the rich tend to get richer and the poor often stay poor. It's not just about opportunity. It's about the financial habits and mindset that get passed down through generations. But the good news? Once you recognize these patterns, you have the power to break the cycle. As kids, we don't control our financial reality. We experience money through our caretakers. And those experiences leave a lasting mark on how we feel about finances. Memories that shape us. Think about childhood moments like these. Wanting to go on a school trip but being told, we can't afford it. Watching parents argue about overdue bills. Seeing a family member splurge on luxuries while struggling to pay rent. These experiences don't just fade away. They shape the way we interact with money as adults. Fear, frustration, and financial habits. Let's break this down. 1. Fear of never having enough. If you grew up seeing money cause stress, you might develop a scarcity mindset. This can lead to hoarding money and never spending on yourself, even when you can afford to. Avoiding financial risks completely, missing out on investments and opportunities. Always feeling like you're one step away from financial disaster, even when you're stable. 2. Frustration and rebellion. On the flip side, if you watched money being wasted on the wrong things, you might have grown up with a vow, I'll never be broke like that. This can be motivating, but it can also lead to making rushed financial decisions out of desperation, jumping into risky investments without proper planning, overworking yourself in fear of falling back into struggle mode, healing from money trauma. The truth is, financial success requires a clear and calm mind. If we're making money decisions based on old fears and frustrations, we're not really in control. Our past is. The key is to step back and recognize, that was then, this is now. If your childhood money memories are filled with stress and scarcity, remind yourself that you're not that child anymore. You have choices. You have control. And you can create a new financial reality, different from the one you grew up with. So, where do we go from here? We've covered a lot in this two-part series. First, how what we hear about money conditions us. And today, how what we see and experience shapes our financial habits. But here's the most important takeaway. You are not your past. You are not your parents. You are not your childhood experiences. Your financial habits were shaped by the world around you, but they are not set in stone. The moment you become aware of your money blueprint, you gain the power to rewrite it. If your family lived paycheck to paycheck, you can break that cycle by learning how to budget and invest. If money caused stress in your home, you can change your relationship with it, seeing money as a tool, not a source of fear. If you grew up resenting money, you can redefine its role in your life and use it wisely rather than emotionally. This is your financial journey, and now you have the knowledge to take charge of it. So, take some time to reflect, identify your money patterns, and most importantly, start making intentional financial choices that align with the future you want. Because at the end of the day, the monkey might see and do, but you have the power to choose what you do next. Thanks for watching. If this series helped you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on mastering your mind and your money. Until next time, take control of your financial story.